There we go. All right, so this is Winnie the Pooh, Chapter 1, Part 2. So this is the second part of Chapter 1. Okay, so as you may recall, at the end of Part 1, Winnie the Pooh had gone and rolled in the mud so that he could go up and pretend to be a cloud in the sky and trick the bees and steal their honey. Okay, so that is where we're at. Christopher, ow, Robin called out the cloud. Yes, I have just been thinking, and I have come to a very important decision. These are the wrong sort of bees. Are they? Quite the wrong sort. So I should think that they would make the wrong sort of honey, wouldn't you? Would they? Yes, so I think I shall come down. How, ask you? Winnie the Pooh hadn't thought about this. If he let go of the string, he would fall bump, and he didn't like the idea of that. So he thought for a long time, and then he said, Christopher Robin, you must shoot the balloon with your gun. Have you got your gun? Of course I have, you said, but if I do that, it will spoil the balloon, you said. But if you don't, said Pooh, I shall have to let go, and that would spoil me. When you put it like this, you saw how it was, and you aimed very carefully at the balloon and fired. Ow, said Pooh. Did I miss, you ask? You didn't exactly miss, said Pooh, but you missed the balloon. I'm so sorry, you said, and you fired again, and this time you hit the balloon, and the air came slowly out, and Winnie the Pooh floated down to the ground. Okay, so here is a picture of a bee, and here is a picture of a bunch of bees and of Winnie the Pooh on the ground. Oops, my fingers were in the way. I'm sorry. There's the other picture. All right. But his arms were so stiff from holding on to the string of the balloon all that time that they stayed up straight in the air for more than a week, and whenever a fly came and settled on his nose, he had to blow it off. And I think, but I'm not sure, that is why he was always called Pooh. Is that the end of the story? Asked Christopher Robin. That's the end of that one. There are others. About Pooh and me, and Piglet, and Rabbit, and all of you. Don't you remember? I do remember, and then when I try to remember, I forget. That day when Pooh and Piglet tried to catch the heffalump? They didn't catch it, did they? No. Pooh couldn't because he hasn't any brain. Did I catch it? Well, that comes into the story. Christopher Robin nodded. I do remember, he said, only Pooh doesn't very well, so that's why he likes having it told to him again, because then it's a real story and not just a remembering. That's just how I feel, I said. Christopher Robin gave a deep sigh, picked his bear up by the leg, and walked off to the door, trailing Pooh behind him. At the door, he turned and said, Coming to see me have my bath? I might, I said. I didn't hurt him when I shot him, did I? Not a bit. He nodded and went out, and in a moment I heard Winnie the Pooh bump, 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 going up the stairs behind him. Okay, so there is Christopher Robin in the tub at the end of the story. So part 2 was very short because of the 15-minute YouTube situation. So chapter 2, in which Pooh goes visiting and gets into a tight place, we'll read that one on the next YouTube, and it will be chapter 2. So that's it for now. Bye-bye.